Happy Tuesday. I hope you all are having a great day today. And if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day today. Today we're making a big old pot of spaghetti. Delicious spaghetti. I'm going to show you how to bump up the flavor to your spaghetti to make it taste absolutely amazing. Being honest, when I make the spaghetti, people go absolutely wild. But it's a couple different things that I like to do to this recipe to make it spectacular. And you're going to see in this video today. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need your favorite spaghetti sauce. I'm just going to be honest with you. When it comes to spaghetti sauce, you can really get any kind, as long as you know how to season the spaghetti sauce that already comes in a jar, or you can make it homemade, But I have this Prego, and I think this is the chunky. I like it because it has big chunks of vegetables packed in it. That's why I love this, and it's a thick sauce. So now we're going to use 1 pound of ground breakfast sausage. You can use ground turkey breakfast sausage if you wanted to. Mushrooms for me. Not everybody loves mushrooms, but here at the Young's house, we put them in anything that we can, especially spaghetti. When I have spaghetti, I always like to use the thin spaghetti noodles. Thin is best to me when it comes to the noodles. I'm not a fan of the thicker ones. I grew up on the thicker ones, but once I started cooking it for myself, I love the thin spaghetti noodles. You're gonna need some tomato paste, okay? I got a beautiful onion here. It's important that you use a fresh clove of garlic, that's what we have, and a beautiful bell pepper. We got some spices to make this thing come together and taste good. And one of the seasonings is sugar. I'm putting a pinch or two of sugar in it. I want to hear from you. Let me know. Do you agree with the sugar going in the sauce, or do you totally disagree? Whatever your answer is, it's okay, but I do want to hear from you. So now, I have 1 pound of ground beef here. It's an 80-20. The spices we have is salt and pepper and parsley flakes, Italian seasoning, garlic and onion powder, a little bit of red pepper flakes, and we'll use some Parmesan. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make spaghetti. One of the first things we're gonna do is let's go ahead and put this 1 pound of ground breakfast sausage right in with our 1 pound of ground beef. You can use a ground turkey if you want to, and it'll be just as delicious, okay? And even the turkey breakfast sausage is delicious. All right, so we're gonna get this nice, beautiful, and golden brown. But in the meantime, we got some lovely vegetables we need to chop up, which is our fresh garlic, our bell pepper, and our onion. Started with chopping up some of these lovely vegetables. Now, there are some times, I ain't gonna do it today, but there is sometimes where I'll turn around and I'll saute up the vegetables. And when you saute your vegetables, you get a nice sweet taste to them, right? But I'm just gonna chop them up today, and I'm gonna put them right in with this meat that's cooking, and it's gonna release amazing flavor into that meat, okay? So let's get started on this green bell pepper. Not too big a chunks, not too small a chunks, you get the gist of what we're looking for here. We wanna see those beautiful colors going all through the spaghetti, but not only that, it gives good nutrients, right? Go ahead and put our bell peppers right in with our ground breakfast sausage and our ground beef, and I'm going to turn this heat on to like a medium high, and now we're going to cut up some beautiful onion. I'm going to use this whole onion today. When's the last time you had a big pot of spaghetti? A pot of spaghetti that tastes good and you ate it until it was all gone. What we like to do is we definitely have it for leftovers. I feel like spaghetti tastes even better as it sets, for a day or two, right? Do you all feel like that? I definitely do. So I will always typically use about 2 pounds of ground, the ground meat, and maybe like 1.5 pounds of those noodles. It gives us enough spaghetti so we can have at least for 2 days, So now here's how you're gonna make your sauce taste spectacular. You have to use a fresh garlic clove, not the kind that comes packed in the water or the oil. I want you to use fresh, by all means if you can. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it, knock the side of the garlic, and it helps the skin to come off with ease, just like this. Now, inside of this pan, let me show you something. Get off of there. Piece of garlic skin. I have about a tablespoon, maybe 1.5 tablespoons of cooking oil. We're going to make a garlic infused oil. How are we going to do that? We're going to chop this garlic down. We're going to put it into this oil and get it nice fried and crispy and golden brown. You know what golden brown is. Just make sure you don't cook it too long, because if you get it dark, it'll have like a sour taste, right? So the garlic is going to perfume your whole house. But not only that, we're going to infuse this oil with the garlic. And then we pour the oil and the garlic into our sauce. Once our sauce is mixed in with the meat and vegetables, it is outstanding. Let's chop the garlic. Go ahead, put our garlic right into this oil, and I'll show you the color that you're looking for when we get there. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get our noodles into the boiling water. I will always salt the water to give the noodles some great flavor. Only takes 11 minutes to cook them to perfection. Take a peek in at that garlic. That's exactly what we want it to look like. It smells so great. In the meantime, let's go ahead and give our meat some attention. We're going to break it down just like this because we want it to be the smallest of pieces that we can. We're not making meatballs here, right? Time to drain our meat. So we're going to get all that unwanted oil out of the meat, and we're going to put it back into this pan. Now, what I did, I redid the garlic because it was a little too dark for my liking, but now I have that perfect color that I'm looking for. Let's go ahead. We're going to add those mushrooms if you like mushrooms. If you don't, you can leave them out. You can even use a fresh mushroom if you wanted to. Okay, so I have this. It's a 6 ounce of tomato paste. I'm going to use about 4 ounces. It's going to make your spaghetti sauce nice and rich. Trust me, it gives a lovely flavor that you're gonna love. Just kind of smear it all over the top, okay? And trust me, during this cooking process, it'll get nice and melted in, all right? Just like this. Go ahead and add our tomato sauce in, or maybe you're making it homemade. I'd love to hear from you. Do you make your spaghetti sauce homemade? What do you do? All right, so I'm definitely using, let's see, how big is this? I can't read it because I ain't got my glasses on. I can't read it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to use 1.5 of these jars. And if I need more, then I'll go for some more, okay? Let's go ahead and mix this up. And then we're going to take that garlic infused oil. I know I can't see nothing. I can't see in front of me if I ain't got them glasses on, right? Okay, so go ahead, watch this. Garlic infused oil. And that's how you make your sauce the boss. Mix everything. And for the people that are laughing at me, it's a 23 ounce jar. Now we're going to go ahead and season this meat. Let me show you something. Because spaghetti sauce should never be watery. It shouldn't be runny. This is spaghetti sauce. See how thick that is, right? I hope I didn't get it on my cute shirt that I love so much, but I really wanted to show you just how thick it is. That's how it's supposed to be. So always make sure you ain't putting too much, of the sauce in it, and make sure you drain that oil. I'm going to go in with some salt. Okay, if you can't use it, leave it out. A little tiny bit of red pepper flakes. I'm not putting enough in there to knock anybody's socks off, right? We just want to taste it in the back of the palate. We're going to put some black pepper in, and on purpose, even though we're using fresh garlic and onion, we're putting a nice amount in on purpose, right? That was garlic. And here is the little bit of onion that I have. And let me hear from everybody. Do you put sugar in yours? Because I do. 2 pinches always gives it that umami. Make them say umami every time. So I grew up, the kind of spaghetti my dad made, he would always say, put you a couple pinches of sugar in there. It cuts the acidity of the tomato. And so I grew up and I believe it and I do it and it makes it taste good. So now you can see our noodles are here and they are cooked to perfection. Now listen, notice that I didn't put oil in my noodles. I learned a trick, and it must have been, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago. If you put oil, a lot of people use oil in their noodles because they say, oh, I don't want them to stick. Well, here's the thing. If you're making spaghetti, you don't want to put the oil on the noodles because the sauce can't stick to the noodles. So just do the salt. Just move them around a couple times when they're cooking. And they're not going to stick. Just trust me. No oil is needed. I'm going to let this simmer for about, let's just say 10 minutes. And then we're going to come back, add the noodles in with the sauce. Noodles, they're going right in. Always make sure you're putting in like the perfect amount. You don't want to have a tiny bit of noodles and a whole lot of sauce. Or you don't want to have a little bit of sauce and too many noodles. So just kind of do what you can to balance them out, okay? So we'll mix a little bit in at a time until everything is nice and equal. It smells so good in here. That right there, that's a big pot of spaghetti. If you enjoyed this video today, Give me a thumbs up. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on? Tell your family and friends. Tell the world what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, on today, we thank you for this lovely meal, your hedge of protection and your mercy. Amen. Amen. And once again, stay tuned. We're going to taste right out the pot. I'm going to taste it. I know. I'm not going to plate it up. Just going to take one bite. A little bit of Parmesan for me. And here's what I have. I have some beautiful Italian bread. I'm just going to slice that thing, put some butter on it. Oh, watch this. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Yes, I'm ready. Make you some.